All right, everyone. Welcome to our episode of the Fantasy Cookout. We're going to be covering week 6 this week with my boy, Marquis Wright.
Yo.
And my boy, Mr. Trade for Himself over here, Mr. Devon Elder. Go and check him out at the Trade for Yourself podcast on all medias, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I mean, what else you got? You got your own website.
Man,
Facebook.
Instagram. Everything, man. Everything.
You got my
you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm gonna tell you. You can find me on everything except for Meta because I don't like Meta as a stock. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere except for Facebook, okay? I don't like Meta as a stock.
Meta done lost a third of his price, man.
Yeah.
Anywhere but that.
Employees don't like it either, so we won't talk about it.
Ooh, yeah.
Different show. Wrong show.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it on your show.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on your show. Hey, so it's Sunday night. We got the game right here back up behind us. You know, we got the big game, Philly versus Dallas. You know, that's one of the games that we covered during our little talk last week.
Sure did.
And that was Mr. Devon's Elder game of the week. You know, as we talk about the show, we'll be covering our games of the week. We'll also be going through our matchup reviews from this past week. We're going to go through our usual segment, you know, who's invited to the cookout. We also going to say who's uninvited, who's sitting on the curb right now. You know, who didn't got kicked out and booted out for being rude and disrespectful this week.
Right.
And we got some legit topics we're going to cover, and then we just going to cover our week 7, you know, games of the week, you know. We're going to cover all that stuff. So welcome to the cookout. Grab a drink, and let's enjoy a little commentary from our star-studded crew.
Let's go.
So first segment is always week 6 game review. So we're going to cover the games that we chose last week. They're our favorites. We're going to start off with my boy, Marquis. You know, his game hasn't started yet. It's on Monday. Chargers at Denver. But we just going to go over a little bit what you think is going to happen in that game, you know, defensively, offensively, and who you think the star players are going to be for that, the crucial players.
I think it's real on the quarterbacks in this game. What's Herbert going to do? Is Herbert going to come out and be the Herbert we know? If he is, it's going to be an easy game for him because I think with Denver, I think we already know what Russ is going to be. If Russ actually decides to cook and not be cooked, then it could be a great game, a great matchup. But right now, I think if Herbert just come in and do his job, I think that it's going to be a smooth sailing. I predict this game to be, I'm not going to say a blowout, but I'm thinking they'll win by 18.
Woo! 18 Chargers?
18.
Yeah, dang. That's a mighty big.
Yeah, because I don't trust Denver's defense either. So it's hard to play defense when your offense, you know, can't stay on the field, you know, longer than 5 minutes. So
that is facts.
So
that is facts.
Yeah.
What do you think about that game, Vaughn? Do you think Marquis got it right nail on the head with that review?
I mean, like if you look at the game on paper, the Chargers have a lot of weapons on offense. You got Herbert, you got Mike Williams, you've got Eckler, you got the tight end Everett. So I mean, you've got a lot of weapons on offense. So it does, you know, kind of shift that way. But when you look at division games, I think the game will probably be a little bit closer than the experts think. I think that the Chargers will probably win the game, but I think it'll be closer than what everybody thinks.
Okay.
All right. You think Russ gonna cook, or Russ just gonna be, or he just need to be serviceable today?
I mean, I think that he just needs to be serviceable at this point. I had to pick up Daniel Jones as a quarterback in one of my leagues. I just need him to be like a Daniel at this point, and it's sad to compare Russell Wilson to Daniel Jones, but I just need him to just be serviceable like a Daniel Jones right now.
Wow.
Boy, look at Daniel Jones over here.
Wow.
He had 13.52 in PPR today.
So basically saying, Vaughn, he needs to be average.
Yeah, man, because if you look at the previous games he's had, that 13.5 or 13.2 Chris just said, Russell most of his games have been under that. He's been under that 13.5 point threshold. So I need him to be right there or above.
Hey, he needs him to get 19 out of 27 attempts. 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what Daniel Jones did today.
I just need him to take care of Judy. That's all.
Nah, they ain't happening.
At least give him.
He loves Sutton.
At least give him 1 or 2 bombs. You don't have to throw it to him every play. least give him let him get his normal 30, 40-yard bomb.
He loves Sutton too much, bro.
And let Julie do his thing.
He loves Sutton way too much, my guy. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
He throw to Sutton because Sutton he's the easy man. I mean, he's the easy button. He's right there.
Yeah, but
so
that's where he's gonna go to.
When his arm messed up and he can't throw, past 20 yards, and Sutton always there for him.
Yeah, I know.
This is why it's been so hard for him to get touchdowns because they can't, as they say, blow the top off the defense.
I need Cortland Sutton and Gerald Everett to do very well in this game.
All right, is it a close? I mean, you expected to win in our league, I think. So I think you're pretty good at this moment.
I am, but I have Gerald Everett and Cortland Sutton in another league where I'm very tight. It's a very, very tight game, and I have both of them playing tomorrow. So,
I'm in the same boat. I'm with you with Sutton.
Yeah.
All right, let's go down, and we had Vaughn, whose game of the week is going on right now, Cowboys and Eagles. So what do you think is going to happen? These are top 2 defenses in the league right now. Right. They are monsters, both sides of the ball. So I think this is going to be a little bit of a defensive struggle, from my opinion. But I want to see what your view is, Vaughn.
I was thinking about this game earlier, and I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game. I see a 17-14, 20-17. I do not see the winner of this game scoring more than 3 touchdowns. Okay, it's kind of where I see this game going. I see it being very tight because you've got 2 good defenses on both sides going against each other. It's an NFC East matchup, and most NFC East games, whenever they play each other, they're pretty low scoring. They're not throwing the ball up and down the field. I think the Cowboys are going to try to have a good game plan against Jalen Hurts. I do also think the Eagles are going to find a way to limit Cooper Rush as well. So I think it should be a pretty tight game. And something's just telling me to give the edge to the Cowboys right now.
Edge to the Cowboys. What do you think, Mr.
Well,
Marquis?
let me ask Vaughn that question. So who's the better quarterback? Is it Rush or is it Hurts?
I mean, Jalen Hurts is the better quarterback, but I think that Dallas defense, man, I think that the Dallas defense is the key to this game. I really truly believe that. I think it's the Dallas defense, because this is gonna be the best defense Jalen has played all season, and so, but if Jalen is able to cook on these guys right here, I mean, the Eagles, if Jalen Hurts can cook on these guys, Jalen Hurts should be the favorite for the MVP, and the Eagles should be the favorite to come out of the NFC.
Wow. Who said that? Who said this?
If he cooks these guys.
I was saying this since week 1. I've been saying Jalen Hurts gonna be MVP.
They always say, right? They say, learn your history or you'll be doomed to repeat it, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't preach.
So yes, everything's good and fine and dandy now with the Eagles. Mm-hmm. But at some point, Jalen Hurts, he gonna have a Jalen Hurts game. Now, if this is the new Jalen Hurts, then more power to him. And the Eagles might, like you said, Eagles might be going to the moon. You know what I'm saying? But if history, serves me right, that I don't think it's gonna sustain. Mm-hmm. But it's a different team with different weapons. And he was young. This was his 3rd year, right? So this is that 3rd year league. This is that junior league. Usually that second year season, usually kind of slump. And then the 3rd year, you kind of, maybe take that next step. So maybe this him taking this next step.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you if they win this game and the Eagles go 6-0, they're for real.
Yeah.
I mean, they're for real. I mean, they're 6-0. I mean, they're for real if they get this done.
If Jalen pulled this off tonight, I'll be in agreement with you. They'll have my respect if he pulled this off tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I think the rest of the division is easy after this. So
yeah, that's why I like that defense. Because in fantasy, that defense gonna have cake. If you have the Eagles, right. I mean, same for the Cowboys though. The schedule gets pretty light. It's just I've held on to both of them. I got Cowboys in 2 of my leagues, and I got the Eagles in 1 of them. But I played the Rams this week.
Yeah.
In 1 of my leagues because I was just like, I got the Rams. Might as well use them one last time.
Ain't got much.
Yeah, Carolina ain't got much. I was like, they just fired their coach, Matt Rule. I was like, look, it's in chaos. Let me take advantage of the chaos.
Right.
And they did all right. They got 12 points, in fantasy, which I was, that's the most they had in a while. Right. So I was just like, hey, I'm gonna drop y'all asses next week, and then I'm gonna move on, and I got to make some other moves.
That's it.
So, hey, Cowboys, Eagles. I even started them in 2 of my leagues, in 2 of those leagues. So, look, somebody gonna do well tonight,
right?
Or they both gonna do horribly. I don't know.
Some gotta give.
Some gotta give. Somebody gonna do well tonight.
Correct.
So somebody gonna either break me or make me. Right. And I'm just taking the risk. All right.
What we got next?
We got the Chiefs and the Bills. Oh my gosh! Now that was a game for the ages. They are not disappointing at all. They are prime time. I don't even know why they should have been the prime time game.
Like I said, that should have been a Sunday night or a Monday night game.
That should have been the prime time game because, oh my gosh, that is going to be I hope this goes on for like the next 10 years. Pat Mahomes versus Josh Allen. Like, those are 2 competitors. Like, they are gladiators.
Well, they won't. Josh Allen keep running the ball like he does.
Yeah, but but how long he gonna last is what the thing is.
That's what I'm saying. It won't be 10 years if he keeps holding this behind on the run with it.
Yeah, ask Cam Newton. You need to call him up and have a conversation with him.
Yeah, tell him what you want.
Yeah, because but hey, he got him through today. He was getting them quarterback sneaks. He was making plays when he needed to make them. Hey, Isaiah McKenzie, I thought he was gonna be like, he could have had a good game. But he kept dropping balls like
a lot of balls, man. I mean, and I think even with the Chiefs, man, it's still amazing what the Chiefs doing right now. Because let's be honest, man, they don't really have a main playmaker. They just really have a team full of good guys. But they don't have,
they got a team. They got dudes,
but they don't have like that one reliable they can depend on, except Kelsey. But of course, but like as far as that receiver wise, that's true receivers, not tight ends. They don't have that guy. There's no Tariq Hill anymore.
Yeah.
So
and they're trying to make guys Tariq Hill like Nicole Hartman and Scott Moore, and they just not stepping up. Juju had his first touchdown this week, and Vaughn texted in the group. He's like, "Come on, Juju, really?" Right. I guess you sat him in one of your leagues.
Man, let me just go ahead and give y'all the story about Juju Smith-Schuster, okay? Let me just go ahead and give you the story, okay? I have Juju Smith-Schuster and I have Marquez Valdez-Scantling on my team, okay? Yeah. The first 5 weeks of the season, I started Juju Smith-Schuster every single week, and I had Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I picked him up. I picked him up off the way. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick him up just to see what happens. Last week, Juju had a Q all week, right? Mm-hmm. And so my mindset was, if Juju can't go, I'll have Scantling as my backup to go right in.
Right.
But Juju was active. He played. So I said, you know what? He's going to play. I'm just going to leave him in, right? Valdez-Scantling got like 12 points on my bench, while Juju only got 5 points and some change, and I lost by less than a point. I lost by like 0.75 points. Okay.
That hurt.
0.75 points last week.
I'd be hot.
I could have switched out those 2, and also I could have put in Raheem Mostert, or I could have put in Michael Carter. I had multiple options on my bench, okay, but I lost by less than a point.
Right.
Fast forward to this week, I said, you know what? Scantling has really been playing, MVS has really been playing a little bit better than Juju. I'm just going to switch those guys out because right now I have a hole in receiver because Keenan Allen is hurt right now. And I have a hole right now. Yep. So I said, you know what? I'm going to switch that up. I started Scantling this week. He got me 0 points. Zero points.
He would have had a touchdown too, and he got called back. That's the thing. He got called back.
Yeah, so I'm like, and Juju got like over 18. I'm like, what happened, man? Like, I'm like, luckily, I am in a good place, and I should comfortably win this game, and I am still in the top 6, in the standings. So luckily that is the case for me right now. But right now, I've got to figure out something right now.
Right.
with my team.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
For sure.
Hey, but look, if you had a piece in that game, you should have did all right. Now, that was the thinking, right? We were all thinking the same thing. It's going to be a high-scoring game. You know, they're going to go to the wire like it did go to the wire, literally.
Exactly.
Knox with a touchdown.
Yep.
He finally
finally
got his worth his money.
Thank you, Knox.
Yes, he finally got the touchdown
you.
at the end. You know, and it was a nail biter. You know, Devin Singletary did all right. You know, he got over 10 fantasy points. You know, in most leagues. So I was okay with that. You know, better than what he's been doing the last few weeks.
Oh yeah.
It's just I know the Bill strategy. I heard it on another podcast. It's like when it's a blowout situation, they're gonna keep throwing the ball. They're not gonna run it like normal teams do to run down the clock. They're gonna keep throwing that thing and beating the out of teams.
Right.
But when it's a close game, they're gonna actually utilize the running back. And Devin Singletary actually played and got decent numbers this week.
He did.
Yeah, and so man, he could have had a touchdown too. He was so close. He got a call. Didn't he get a touchdown call back?
You got a call back. Yeah.
See, like Holden. Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you too now. Stephon Diggs, he had a great game too.
He did.
Oh yeah, I know.
He really did.
He did.
They wouldn't even been in contention if it wasn't for Diggs.
Oh yeah, Stephon, man. Look, I got him in one league. Hey, mad props to you, my guy. You know, you're doing your thing. Much appreciated. I'm gonna continue to play you every week. You know, hey, it's a good situation all around.
At this point, is Diggs a first round pick now in fantasy?
Oh yeah, he had 30.8 fantasy points. This is his head. He had 13 targets, caught 10 of them, 148 yards with a touchdown.
That's crazy. He's not a big guy.
Nah,
but he can play the game, man. He can get open.
He's at number 2 right now this week on fantasy and PPR scoring. You know, Jamar Chase is number 1. He had a game.
Yeah, but it took all season.
Yeah, you know. So, hey, your boy Brandon Ayuk showed up too.
He did. Ayuk did show up.
And you know who else showed up? And I'll tell you, I'm gonna leave that as a cliffhanger because that's my player of the week showed up because he hadn't been showing up the last week. He back in the cookout situation. He can man the grill. All right, he can man the grill right now.
Right, he can't eat yet, but he can come cook.
But to close out the Chiefs and the Bills, man, the Bills finally got over that hump. They've been fighting every year for the last 2 years, just trying to beat the Chiefs. Right. Chiefs been breathing down their neck.
Right,
and they finally was able to get over the hump and get that victory that they needed. I know that helped Josh Allen with his confidence. I know it helped the whole Bills organization. We can finally beat these jokers.
Yeah, and they won it with defense.
Yeah,
so,
Von Miller.
Part, yeah,
Von Miller, man. That Von Miller trade during the end of the last season, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
at this point, look like Von Miller's a cheat code.
Oh yeah, and Von Miller.
Yeah.
Von Miller been playing,
but he effective.
Yeah, so. He's still serviceable.
That man's effective.
So hey, it's all good. All right, so we're gonna go on to our usual segment that we like to show. I'm gonna change up the screen a little bit. Just give me a second. It's our fantasy matchups. You know, how did everybody do this week? We're gonna start with me because I ain't got no shame in mine. I was happy with what happened this week with my scoring. So let's scroll on down. I got 132 fantasy points projected, at the beginning of the day, and he had 110. So I was like, oh, I'm good. Right. Now I'm at 145 projected, and he's at 76. And this dude's 2 and 3 right now. So hey,
so he it's better. I'm doing better than my season.
Hey, who showed out for me this week? My good old Stephon Diggs. We already talked about him. 148 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. Right. Got me 25.87 fantasy points. Devin Singletary was serviceable. He got 85 rushing yards, and he got 22 receiving yards. It's a 100-yard game in total now. Yeah. Hey, look, I'm good with that. Keep doing that. I like to see that. That's a serviceable. Najee
Harris.
Even though he only had 42 rushing yards, he got that 1 receiving touchdown. I think that Pickett, that's the move, man.
Pickett got hurt today. He got a concussion.
Ah, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Got Trubisky today. Yes. Trubisky got that touchdown today.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, man. Yeah. I was a Pickett fan, man. Pickett looked pretty good.
He was balling in the beginning, but he's out now.
Oh, sorry. That new concussion protocol, you out at least a game. Yeah. You ain't coming back like they were before.
Right.
Because Olave was out.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, he had a concussion last week.
Yep.
All right, Christian Kirk, he had me shaking right there. He didn't do too well. I mean, but he did get a touchdown, so it made up for his situation. I mean, suck up. I mean, hey, he doing all right. We had 135 field goal yards.
Hey, that's good.
And LA Rams, this is I'm saying, nah. Hey, goodbye. Bye, Felicia, all that shit, because y'all ain't shit. Your mom ain't shit. Your daddy ain't shit. It just,
Hey, that's decent defense points, though. 12 points.
Yeah, but
that ain't bad.
You know how long it took to get this?
I know, but they got it, man.
I'm done.
Today.
I'm done.
Now, are they contending to keep every week?
Nah,
definitely not.
Nah, I'm dropping them. I'm sorry.
But
I got other moves to make.
Yeah.
I got other moves to make.
Trade bait.
For who? You don't want the Rams.
Hey, man, somebody might have the Redskins defense.
What stop? I got Dallas in this team. You look down a little, scroll below on my bench. I got Dallas right here. They're gonna be sending me through, baby.
I don't know. I mean, that Dallas might be a good option to lead them on the bench this week. So they can be done well at keeping them on the bench this week.
Yeah, I just went with the look. The Rams were just a good eye. I mean, next Herbert. I got my bench. It's doing whatever. Pickens didn't do well because Pickett got hurt.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But yeah, this is a good week for me. So I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, let's go down to Mr. Marquis with Mr. Acknowledge Me. Hey, and Mr. Acknowledge Me is gonna win today too. Hey, we all getting done.
I don't know, man.
Look,
I thought that for a few weeks.
Hey.
Look, I'm affirming it. Look, you got to speak into reality.
Put it in the air, man. I'll take it.
Look, I'm affirming it. We all need dubs this week, man. All right, so
let's see what this is like.
It's 122.
Yeah,
I thought it's 132 at first.
No, it's close.
So it's close. It's tight. It's real tight.
Real tight.
Gino didn't show up for you this week, man.
Nah.
Every podcast was talking about Gino this week. Every podcast was like, Gino, player of the week, Gino.
Yeah.
And I think all that,
But I want to abandon him though, because I think he was still better than my other options. So I want to abandon him.
I mean, yeah, I heard that press guy who's on. You don't even got him no more, do you?
Nah, I don't need him. I'm good. I'm good. I ride with Gino.
Because like we said last week, if Cooper Rush wins this game.
Yeah.
Look, I'll tell you this story. So I got this, this is our logo, nice fresh logo.
Nice dig, sir.
I know, the fantasy cookout.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty fresh. I was getting this made on a sweatshirt at this mall, at this rental store. It's pretty fly.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Dallas Cowboy fan. He had the hat on, had the shoes, had the blue, crispy white Jordans and everything. Oh, yeah. And the grays. And he was getting a hoodie made with a Dallas Cowboy. And I was just, I wanted to pick his brain. I asked him, was like, so if Cooper Rush win this game, you want that back? And you know what he said?
What did he say?
Hell no. He can ride that oak to the end of the season.
Oh, wow.
I was like, if Cooper Rush win, he the quarterback for the rest of the year. He's my quarterback. I was like, gosh. So
hey, but if you listen to national media now, national media is saying that when Dak is ready to come back, that's when we start. And Cooper Rush going back to where he came, to the bench.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. National media, Jerry Jones doesn't listen to national media that much.
No, I know.
Jerry Jones, like we know that Jerry Jones is the de facto head coach, de facto general manager, de facto coordinator, de facto everything. Jerry Jones marches to the beat of his own drum, and so. He's gonna be in. I'm pretty sure he's in the box tonight. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
If he sees something that he likes tonight in that box,
right.
It's gonna be Cooper Rush's show.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I just look. It's gonna be hard for you to. Man, he still got Herbert too. Whew.
Yeah, that's why I say I need AJ Brown to have a terrible game today.
Yeah, you got Judy. Ayuk, your players of the week right there. Pittman.
Yep.
And Ayuk showed out finally. 2 touchdowns, 83 receiving
Shout out Dalvin
yards.
Cook, man. I'll take 15 points.
And Dalvin Cook,
I'll take it.
Hey, even Knox got 11. Look.
Yeah, Knox finally got over 5 points. So
37. He only got 3 receptions, 37 yards in the receiving touchdown. So and Jason Myers, hey, Seattle.
Yeah.
Got 132 field goal yards. So that's good, man. And let's see. Tyler Boyd, he did all right because Higgins was hurt. He was out for the game.
Right. What about my defense points not there? See that?
New York Giants. Oh, because they
already played.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not there. That's weird.
Cleveland's defensive points aren't there either.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
So that factors into the total. Some off.
Yeah. Well,
I know for sure they got 14.
Let's look on the app. Yeah. I can look on the app real quick and just to see what was going on this week with you. I'm on the wrong league. It's too many leagues, bro. Too many leagues. And we got another league we're gonna add tomorrow. We're doing a live stream. So all right. So New York had 10.25 and Cleveland had 1.5. So New York Giants, man, that is.
My odds are different.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah. Okay. That's what I saw earlier.
Yeah.
So, okay. I don't know why it's not updated on the website, but through the app, Marquis is projected to win 132.72 to 125.06. So, I think you
maybe.
Well, unless Herbert shows out.
Yeah.
And they play in Denver.
It's likely.
Yeah. And Herbert, Mike Williams, I need them to do their thing.
I need Herbert to hurt his pinky toe.
Oh, come on, man. I need.
Hey man,
you're gonna
be playing against AJ Brown tonight. AJ Brown's playing tonight. You gotta see what he's gonna do. And you've got Herbert.
And AJ Brown only got one reception for 11 yards right now. And it's just 9 minutes into the first.
Man, I still got Judy, man. I got hope.
Nah, man.
Because Judy, man. Judy might have that.
We're Rusty Russ.
Yeah, he might Rusty
Russ.
But sometimes a squirrel will find a nut every now and then.
Right.
And Judy might, just break me off of, a nice 40-50.
I need Russell to have some marital problems so he can be like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I need Sierra.
Man. No.
I'm joking, everybody. I'm taking jokes.
I do not endorse that.
Jokes, guys. Jokes.
That's praying on somebody's downfall. So.
Hey, I was praying on Bama's downfall this week.
I don't talk about that right now. Today we talking about the fantasy cookout. We're talking about week 6 of the NFL.
Oh man, come on, Marky.
That's a different show. If we want to talk about that,
we need to have a college wrap up.
Come on, man. Not right now. Not right now.
It's too fresh.
Yeah, let's look at Vaughn's, man. What's Vaughn?
Hey, I think Vaughn is projected to win 2 this week. I think he had made. Let me see if it still matches up. I need to make sure.
Why are you doing that? I got a question, Vaughn. Why did you name your team Margin of Safety?
It's really a play off of investing.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, when you're investing, if you have like a fair price for a company or something, and let's say what the company is worth, but you're able to buy it undervalued, that the percentage that you purchase it undervalued is a margin of safety. Pretty much you're purchasing with a margin of safety, and so that's kind of play off of the stock market. Kind of the margin of safety. Like I'm purchasing guys that I believe are going to perform. I'm purchasing guys that their average draft position. A lot of my guys I got undervalued technically based on average draft position. So
okay,
kind of how I go about it.
Okay,
that's a good play on words right there. I like that.
I figured something financial.
Yeah. This is the guy, man. Look, me and him been chatting on the finances, man. Friday was it was a fire sale, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tesla's almost at 52-week low. I was just like, hey, it's time to average this one out.
Right.
Hey, look. Believe me, do your research on Tesla. Tesla is not a car company. That's all I got to say. If you don't believe me, do your research.
Right.
But anyway, let's get on back to fantasy. That's a whole nother podcast. We can talk about the Trade for Yourself podcast on Wednesdays, 7 Eastern time.
Right.
Check out your boy Vaughn doing live streams, bringing up new topics, everything you need to know about financial investment. Go there.
RB Square.
Exactly.
I'll be broke.
I'll be broke. hey, we ain't trying to be broke out here. We always trying to make that green. All right. But anyway, we got margin of safety over here, looking like a guaranteed win this week.
I think he got it sold.
Hey, I got it sold up. He got it sold up. Look, his players, Lamar Jackson, he had pedestrian numbers. 210, one passing touchdown, one interception, 77 rushing yards. He is the running back for Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. You got quarterback, running back.
Yep.
Might as well put that in his positions.
Might as well.
Yeah, quarterback, running back. But Adam Thielen, he did it with his thing. Marquez Valdez.
Oh God.
0 points.
Zero. And you would have had a touchdown if they didn't call it back, boy. I think the NFL just don't like Marquez. Okay, Christian McCaffrey.
Hey, he been showing up, man, these past few weeks, man.
Them 89 receiving yards. Woo! Doing his thing.
Yeah.
Come on, Christian.
And then you got him undervalued, right? That's not where you undervalue guys.
I picked like third. I picked, Christian McCaffrey was my first pick. It was. Wow. Yeah, I had, but he was there, man. I had to pick him, man. I had to.
Nah, he burnt
I know. I guess he was best option, but
he burnt me too.
I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't let him go right there.
Right.
Brees Hall doing Brees Hall things, 116 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Brees Hall, okay, that's Jets. Yep. Jets being the competitors. Look at them.
Oh, Jets.
Mark Andrews, 7 receptions, 106 yards, and 1 touchdown. Man, doing what Mark Andrews supposed to do. For me, Raheem Mostert acquired. He was projected to have knee injury, right? Earlier this week.
Yeah, but I guess it was,
He played through it. Baltimore, they did their thing, 4 sacks, fumble recovery,
Yep.
7 tackles for loss. All right. And Juju sitting on the bench with 9 points with that touchdown. 113. Wow. I didn't know he did that well. Jeez. Yeah. 113 yards. Yeah, he had 18 points. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. 18.53.
Yeah, he was the main receiver today.
Man. Juju trying to do Juju things. Watch, I bet you play him next week. He ain't gonna act right.
It's like they flip flop.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do next week.
Look, play them both. Play them both.
Nah, I can't do that, man. Man, this is.
You take. Play both of them. Then you have your
man. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
That's the thing. You got.
We'll see.
Andrews. I mean, it's Andrews. You gonna play Andrews every time. But he
leaning on the things with the Chargers. Like Allen's not playing still, so Chargers got to go somewhere besides Mike Williams.
That's true.
And Guyton's out for the season. And what you got? Who else is there? Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean, that's all I know.
And Herbert, Herbert is going to get his guys the ball. He's going to get Everett the ball. He's been getting Everett the ball this year, so I think that's going to continue.
In the red zone? All right.
What score?
0-0.
It's still 0-0 right now.
Yeah,
that's good. It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good
but
game.
Now, this is what I want to ask you guys, and this is something that I wanted to see if y'all had seen this. Christian McCaffrey, apparently, he's been offered up as trade bait in the actual NFL. Okay. Apparently, the Carolina Panthers are shopping around to see, if somebody wants Christian McCaffrey. What do you think about that? What teams right now in the NFL?
We're in the topics right now. Let's talk.
We can jump into that. So
we can jump into topics. Yeah, this is a good topic question. So, is Christian McCaffrey getting traded from the Carolina Panthers a good thing or a bad thing?
A great thing, because right now it's a dumpster fire. Now they fired the head coach.
True.
They about to clean up. They about to clean house again. So
quarterbacks suck.
Yeah. So at this point, you don't have a quarterback. You don't have a head coach. You're probably not gonna have a GM soon.
Mm-hmm.
So the way it's looking is, let's just go ahead and, Christian still got value. We can get some pieces to build on, and let's go get us, maybe a young quarterback, some linemen. I don't know, but I think even for Christian McCaffrey, it's probably a good thing too. Because then his psyche, he can start fresh at a new place. And then he ain't really had a significant injury this year. Knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually balling.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has a chance to actually go to a decent team this season and have a chance to actually get in the playoffs or more, hey man, I'm all for it. Now, as far as teams he could go to,
who needs a running back? I mean, it's a lot of teams.
The Los Angeles Rams need a running back.
Oh,
Yeah, Ramsey went badly.
Ooh, what would they give up though?
Because
they don't have
Akers and Cam. They already said they try and trade him. He's not on the team. He's not on the team anymore.
But Cam Akers he's not. He's got to get. They got to give up.
They could send some draft.
Akers, they could send Van Jefferson.
Is he even playing?
Nah, but they could send him.
You know, they could send some draft picks over there.
It's gonna be a multi-team deal, I think. So you get this, you get this.
It'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would be?
Maybe the Raiders. Maybe they'll trade Jacobs.
I think the Raiders. I think the Raiders. They might want to keep Jacobs. I think. I don't think McCaffrey would make their situation that much better.
I keep thinking. Who else is solid?
I mean,
I would say, what about the Dolphins? But I don't know if they got the capital because they just got Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
I think the Dolphins will probably want to stand pat with what they've got. You know, a team. I mean, the Broncos need a running back badly.
I can see Broncos.
But do they have enough? Got to find out Russ.
I mean, they could trade Judy. Honestly.
Ooh. Judy and probably some whoever draft picks they got left. I mean, because they traded a bunch of them just to get Russell, right?
Yeah.
Then they paid him. So
yeah,
that was a bad investment. But
I mean, it can turn out to be good right now. It's a terrible investment right now. I mean, like I said, I hope it gets better for us. But
you know the funny thing about that whole situation is
what's that?
Geno Smith is doing better than Russell Wilson. And the Seattle made a smart trade. They made a smart ass trade when you look at it in the day. And I was thinking they're like, man, y'all.
But let's be honest, man. The guys in that Seahawks office, they're not smart. They just got lucky. Because Geno's having a good. Nobody thought Geno was gonna be like this, based off his track record. All right.
Yeah.
Let's be real. When the draft roll around, if Bryce Young or the kid out of Ohio State is just won the draft, they're gonna draft for them boys. I'm going to tell you already. Hey. They don't care how good Geno is.
Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
It is. Hey, and I'll take lucky.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go into our next topic. You know, I was watching that trash game, Washington. You know,
Thursday night game.
Yeah, that Thursday night game.
Oof.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Gosh.
Why did not bet the under?
You said what?
I said, why didn't I bet the under?
Man, you know.
Hey, I think every Thursday night game's an under. Like I said, personally, I think they should get rid of Thursday night games. I know it's not going to happen because I think
Amazon money.
Amazon money. They like $500 million for that game.
Yeah, it's Amazon money.
Yeah,
right. Like, come on, man.
And they said the NFL needs cash, so they got to pay out all these lawsuits.
Yeah.
So there's no way they're gonna give that up. But I feel like if we have a Thursday night game, at least let's at least make it somewhat entertaining. I try to. Yeah. I think they shouldn't have it. They should. I know TV business don't work this way, but I think they shouldn't have it preset. They should have it set maybe 2 weeks in advance of what team's gonna be in the Thursday night game.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
obviously,
that Thursday night game. I don't believe that Thursday night game has a flex component to it. I don't think that Thursday night game can flip. Like NBC could flex a game out in a week. Right. You know, they could bring a game down to the primetime slot. But I don't think the way that deal is structured up, I don't think that we can do it like that. It's just, look, we just need the guys on Thursday to actually come out and play. You know, just come out and play on Thursday. You know, this is what we need. But you know, at the same time, though, if you were just playing Sunday, or just playing Monday, and now you're playing Thursday, I mean, that's a short turnaround. I'm not gonna lie.
But look, let's be honest. They are professionals.
Yeah,
they play. That's all they do is play football. That's all they do is ball. That's it. They don't clock nothing in. They just play ball. So. If everybody else, if we got to do our 9 to 5 or 9 to whenever. You know what I'm saying? They go do our jobs and do extracurriculars. They can do it too for one day for 50 minutes of ball. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
but
point.
I think what I think Thursday night should turn into, instead of maybe having featured games, maybe it should be the teams that don't get a lot of shine. You know? So like if it's like the Falcons or the Browns, or even Arizona, they rarely get a Monday night game. And they sure as hell not getting a Sunday night game. So how about the Thursday night just kind of be a feature of the teams that we don't get to see a lot on TV? The only way you can see them, you have to be in that area. So maybe you'll get a Jacksonville versus the Falcons. Maybe you get
in Thursday.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get the Browns versus I don't know,
who got the
some random team. So
somebody just scored a touchdown.
Yeah, look like the Eagles.
I think that was Miles Sanders, I believe.
Man,
are you serious?
I think that was Miles Sanders. I got that touchdown.
Miles Sanders. I could have drafted him, but it's no way.
He got burnt. He got burnt.
Once you've been burnt by the guy, once he didn't let you down so many times, you can't do it.
Hey, speaking of being burnt, it looks like my trade is looking pretty nice. We jumping all over right now. But look, we were talking about it. We were watching the Chiefs-Bills game.
Yeah.
Clyde is showing Clyde colors right now, baby.
I got maybe seen the game, man. More than 10 plays.
Yeah. Clyde is showing Clyde. I knew it. And I was like, oh my God, please don't let him keep going on.
I think it's because, man, he don't block that well. When they get in a situation when they got to pass a lot, if he can't block, he can't be in the game.
Yep.
So, and then, you can't be there just to run because then you're tipping off the defense.
Yeah, man.
So
it was funny because the guy who criticized me so hard in that league about trading Clyde, he was trying to pick him up. He was trying to.
I hope he got him.
No, he didn't. He
didn't get him.
It somehow got vetoed. I don't even know how he got vetoed.
Wow.
One thing I don't agree with is vetoing trades is like
right. Unless you know somebody, like family or like husband and wife.
It's obvious collusion. It's got to be obvious collusion. Like
right.
It's got to be like some scraggly ass player
right.
in the waiver wire get traded for like.
Right. I'm trading McKinnon for like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's obvious collusion.
Right.
But yeah, man. Anyway, we'll go down. I brought up that game, the Thursday night game for this reason. Do you think Brian Robinson is an RB1 by the end of the season? Whoever wants to
go. I looked at his stat line. He had a pretty decent stat line. The one thing that really truly puzzles me about this situation is like, dang, man, and Antonio Gibson, man, I thought you had some weight about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you let this man come back, got shot, and took your job. Like, really?
But didn't he play Mini Man?
Yeah, he played Mini Man.
Yeah, he played Mini Man within the locker room. Hit that 50.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, it looks that way, man. I think. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. Like that entire situation, man. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Brian Robinson had to go through what he had to go through, come back, and now he's the starter, upending Antonio Gibson. That tells you everything you need to know.
Right.
That tells you everything you need to know. He's going to be the RB1 for the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that name.
Yeah, they should have been like the Washington, just bought out the XFL and just get the Generals.
They should just kept the Washington football team. I was good with that.
Yeah, I was good with that too.
I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, it's basic, but it was cool. Now, I think Brian Robinson will be the starting running back, but actually, I think they both need it, him and Gibson, because they kind of thunder and lightning. Because I kind of think that they're both going to be needed in his offense because with Carson Wentz, he can't really.
He got hurt.
His whole pass is predicated on the run.
Yeah, and he got hurt.
So you need bodies that can run. So, and let's be honest, man, if you got fresh guys back to back, you got Brian Robinson coming in, busting in the mouth. You got Antonio Gibson running past you. I mean, that can get tough to defend. Yep. And then, and they both pass catchers. So, and they got another element, and they both can block. So you don't know what you're gonna get when they in the game.
True.
So I think it's not really. I think it's really gonna be a running back A/B position. That's what I think.
That's fair enough. But I think Brian Robinson get a majority of the touches though.
He will.
I think he get a majority of the attempts. It'll probably be like a good 80-20 split.
Yeah.
I'll say right there. Yeah, 80-20 though. You know,
think it's that much?
Yeah, man.
I don't think it'd be that much.
Antonio Gibson ain't look.
Hey, Gibson played good. Played good on Thursday night though.
How many points did he get?
He did. He played good. He may not show up points wise, but watching the game, just getting key first downs.
Yeah.
In games, he was there.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next topics. You know, this is a weird thing to say because I never thought I would be saying this.
Yeah.
As soon as I am, but are the Giants legit? Like, they won today, man. They beat the Baltimore Ravens. Like,
I'll say they're living up to their potential. That's what I'll say.
Like how?
It's always been there. New York Football Giants. It's always been there, but
Wendell.
It always was, injury here. It just blows the team up. But now with Saquon Barkley, he's here. He's the man. He's established. He's a running back. He's making you could tell what a star running back does. Can make the difference for a team. Then you got Daniel Jones, who's playing. He's capable. He's playing like a capable quarterback. He's not making mistakes. He's kind of being what your boy the Dallas Cowboys, Cooper Rush, doing. He taking care of the ball. He doing what he's supposed to do. And when you do what he's supposed to do, you can rely on your defense, to do what they're supposed to do, and look, and come up with wins. So
I agree.
They basically Dallas Cowboys.
This is so weird, though.
Yeah.
Talking about Giants being 5-1. I mean,
yeah, man. I mean, the Giants are for real. I think they are for real. When you look at other teams, I don't know who the Giants have on their schedule for the remainder of the season. That may, what I'm saying, shift my bias,
right?
Based on who they have left in the season. But the Giants have beaten some good teams. They've beaten some good teams.
Oh yeah.
So hey, I think you need to start considering them as a serious threat.
Yeah.
They are second in the NFC East, man.
Yeah, I think behind the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I am perplexed at best.
I think they're legit, man. They beat Baltimore today. That was a great win.
This is all that's been going on, man. They beat the Jets.
That's preseason.
When did it go down?
Yeah, September. Start.
Yeah.
All right.
Go back up real quick. Right there.
Titans. Yeah, Titans. So they beat the Titans. They beat the Panthers.
Yeah, but
they lost to the Cowboys.
Look at the margins, though. Go look at the margins.
It's tight.
1 point, 2 points,
like one score, basically one score. Yeah, right. It counts though.
Yeah, that's all that matters, man.
Look, they beat the Packers. Which, we're gonna talk about that. Oh God, Packers just they going down the toilet, boy. They beat the Bears. They beat the Ravens. Now they, this is. Who else do they got left? Jaguars, Seahawks, Texans, Lions,
right.
And then they got to play the Cowboys again, Commanders. Their toughest matchups are what the Vikings, the Eagles, and the Cowboys.
Yep.
And the Eagles again.
They have a very manageable schedule.
I'm looking at this.
It's very manageable.
They actually they maybe lose 2 more games, probably.
Yeah. This is going to be a wild card team at minimum. Should be.
For sure.
This should be a wild card team at minimum. I'm not saying that they're going to win the division, but they should be a wild card team.
For sure.
That is very interesting. I just never thought.
Oh yeah.
I never thought it'd be like this, but it is what it is.
Oh.
Hey. And then next, our last question. What's going on with Baltimore, man?
Baltimore?
Is Baltimore about to be out the playoff race?
I don't think so. They just ran up on some dudes today.
I don't know. They've been running up on dudes lately.
I think that. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think I've watched a Baltimore game this season. I can't really go by what I've seen on the field, but I mean, honestly, till Lamar Jackson get his contract, I wouldn't care.
They're still number one in the AFC North, though. Damn, their division must be weak as shit.
Yeah.
You've got Cincinnati in that division.
Browns in that division.
Got Pittsburgh in that division, and you got Cleveland.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Yeah, they got some leeway in there.
All right.
Let's pop
the schedule up real quick and let's go look at it. So they beat the Jets pretty convincingly. They lost to the Dolphins. That was that epic game, that epic comeback. That was
a bad loss.
Yeah, that epic comeback. They beat the Patriots.
Yep.
They lost to the Bills, which is reputable.
Right.
They beat the Bengals.
Barely.
And then they lost to the Giants.
You're a football Giants.
Now they got the Browns.
That's a win.
Tampa Bay.
That's a win.
Saints.
That's a win.
Panthers. That's definitely a win. Jaguars win.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos win.
Steelers when we talk.
Yeah, that's a rivalry game.
Yeah, Steelers.
Steelers ain't got nothing to lose either. That's the thing about it. So they're gonna play up. Browns again. Falcons. They should beat. Another Steelers. Wow, they play a wow. Damn, they play a. Yeah, they got it right there and right there.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. Then the Bengals again. So.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay. They're gonna be okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I look at if I look at the team, man, they're gonna make it to the playoffs
for sure. They're not any wild card. They're gonna be in.
They'll probably. They'll have a good chance to win the division. Like the division is going to come down to them in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
but they've lost. I mean, the losses that they've had have been close losses. Like they lost by 4 points to Dolphins. They lost by 3 to Buffalo. They lost by 4 to the Giants. Man, and we see the Eagles going up 14-0. Right now, Eagles going up 14-0. AJ Brown scored a touchdown.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Yeah, man. So, hey, man, those Eagles, man. Oh,
I know.
Yeah, they might be legit. Cooper Rush might be losing. Hey, tell her this is the game. This is the game for Cooper Rush to show out. If you don't do it,
right,
he would have solidified his position if he win this game. I'm just saying that much. He'll solidify his position if he win this game.
Yeah,
dang.
Yeah. He could. I mean, it could end up being a sad situation because Cooper Rush could have showed out. He could have helped. He could have helped the Dallas Cowboys actually have a good season. But now that's going to come in and they're going to be pretty bad.
Oh yeah,
they're going to be pretty bad.
Oh man!
All right, so we always do this segment. We're going to keep going. Who's invited to the cookout? So this is where we talk about our favorite players from this week who's played so far. Players who just turned out. Showed out. Those players that be out there singing, got the whole talent show going on. Yeah. Your family members that are like that.
Yeah,
these are the players we invite. The people who go sit there at the grill, finally be a man, get sit at the grill and with the men of the family.
Yes, sir.
And then we also gonna have the players we just call them trouble. They just getting kicked out of the function. You got those unruly cousins.
Those Antonio Browns.
Yeah. You got those unruly cousins that, they're starting shit they didn't have since they were kids and they bringing it up,
Right.
They got to call the police on them, all that stuff. They ain't drank a little bit too much. Those the ones to get kicked out. We got our best and worst players of this week. So who wants to go first with this segment?
I can go. I'm gonna tell you who I'm inviting to the cookout, and it's not a person.
All right.
I'm actually gonna invite a whole team. And I'm sure they've never been invited to the cookout ever. Well, maybe, but a long time.
Yeah.
And that's the New York Jets.
Woo!
I'm bringing them all to the cookout.
Yeah.
I've never, in recent history to me, has even ever rooted for the Jets. or even know the Jets even have a winning record. But right now, they actually have a winning record.
This is
and
true.
they're actually, you have to actually plan to play the Jets. It's not a game just pencil in. That's going to be chalk. Oh, this is going to be a win. You got to plan to beat the Jets now.
Let's
Jets are legit now.
The Jets are legit.
Yeah. And if I had to just bring in one person in, I guess you have to be the head coach of the Jets. Because you even take that job. That job had many coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And they come in, put their philosophy, and it didn't work. But the guy they got there now, he's making it work. He had young guys, and they growing up before our eyes.
Look, Jets DST, they had 16 points.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
4 sacks, fumble recovery, a forced fumble. Oof.
I think the Jets in the next 2-3 years might be like the Bills, but it's going to depend on the quarterback. Because I honestly, I still don't trust Zach Wilson. I don't think.
Yeah. Zach Wilson.
He's not the answer.
He's got to get better.
But I think that if they get a quarterback in there that's competent with the pieces that they have now, I think the sky's gonna be the limit. I don't know who that quarterback can be. It could be one of the rookies that that the young guys in college right now. Or it could be, some guy that's sitting on a bench. He might be ready. You know who would be good at right now? Probably Mariota with the Falcons. If he was up there with the Jets right now, they'll be balling.
Interesting.
Because right now, Mariota, he doing his damn thing in Atlanta, and I ain't think that. And he just being Mariota. Yeah. And let's be honest, man. Did we really think he got a fair shake when he was in Tennessee? Because he got hurt, right?
Yeah.
And they were playing great. And then, but he got his spot till they traded in. I forgot his name, the quarterback there now for Tennessee.
Oh, Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill. They brought in Tannehill from Miami. Who was supposed to be just the backup of Mariota, and he ended up being great. And sky's the limit being for them. So I think that the Jets next upcoming team, man, that's why I invite the whole team to the cookout.
And that is a big invite.
Yeah, it's a big invite.
Man, we're gonna have to go to the grocery store and get some more meat.
Yeah, that's gonna be outside. That's gonna be outside.
Yeah,
so
that's gonna definitely be COVID friendly.
Right. Do you want me to give my who I'm kicking out? Who not invited, uninvited?
Yeah, who getting the police called on? Fantasy police getting called on these jokers.
Who I'm gonna call on to kick them out the cookout? I think I'm gonna say I think Russell Wilson. I think I may do that last week.
You can say.
You know what? It's still Russell Wilson. I know he ain't played Monday.
You can still say it.
I know he ain't played until Monday, but right now, man, it's Russ, man. I know we give him a hard time on this podcast, but Russ is cooked, and I think that it's time. I think it's time to take away his invite to the cookout. He served us well. He's cooked good. Good ribs and chicken in the past, but right now all his shit is burnt. So at this point, we love you, Russ, but get yourself together, man. When you get together, we'll invite you back. But right now, you out.
All right. You want me to go first, Vaughn, or you want me to?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Who I'm inviting to the cookout? Boy, I've been waiting for him to show back up for a minute.
Who's that, sir?
It's called Michael Pittman Jr.
Michael Pittman Jr.
Boy, he been quiet. He has been quiet. Yeah. And he finally, I was scared to even play him, boy. I was about to play Isaiah McKenzie.
Yeah.
I thought about it too. I picked him up in another league, in our league, and I was just like, should I just go and just switch him out? And I was just like, it's not in our league. I think it was another league, but I was just like, I just need to stick.
Pittman's been due.
Yeah, he's been due for his play. He got 16 targets. He caught 13 over 434 yards. He got 26.4 fantasy points in this league that I'm in. I was very happy that I chose him because, Isaiah McKenzie only got 3.64, and I would have been crying right now.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a tight matchup. So, yeah, I would have lost, definitely. So, Michael Pittman, thank you for showing up today. Please talk to Mac Ryan. Go and have y'all breakfasts together, whatever y'all need to do to keep that chemistry going. Don't get up this Alec. What's his name? Alec. It's like a rookie.
Oh yeah, Alec Pierce.
Pierce, yeah. Don't forget about him. He gonna have his time. This is your time, Pittman. Take your position. Be the dominant. Keep it going.
Hey man, you can't invite Pittman out by Matt Ryan, man.
Yeah, I mean,
they kind of wanted too, man.
Yeah, but look,
Ron had his chance at the cookout.
He had his chance at the cookout.
All right.
Hey, you never forget, man. You'll never forget that embarrassment. But who I'm not inviting to the cookout anymore, you know, we've been hard on this player too, and I brought it up last week. Aaron Rodgers. Oof. It's your time, my guy.
Yeah.
And Aaron Jones. We're gonna bring the Aarons into this. We're gonna be just bring the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, just bring
the whole goddamn team, the Green Bay Packers.
You gotta take one team out.
You are embarrassing right now. You are a goddamn embarrassment right now. Aaron Jones, you are pissing me off.
Trash.
I don't know what's going on. Like, literally, Aaron Jones, you were my RB1 in one of my leagues. You are not doing anything this year. You had 19 rushing yards today. 19. 19 rushing yards. What am I supposed to do with that? Aaron Rodgers, you had the freaking backup come in for you because you're getting your back blown out that bad.
Right.
It's like, and it's the Jets.
The Jets, yeah. See?
The Jets.
Yeah, that's why Jets said right to the cookout and the Packers aren't.
Like, what
Jets, Jets.
Oh my God. Gangrene on that ass.
Gangrene?
Gangrene all over that ass.
Jets.
But yeah, that whole Green Bay team, y'all are an embarrassment right now. I don't know what y'all need to do to get that together, but y'all need to do something because it ain't what y'all doing right now ain't working.
Ain't it?
It ain't with. I know Aaron Rodgers. I know you got it in you. You know you have silenced many a critic. You went and won the MVP after having a terrible start to a season.
Yeah.
So it's in you. You got that. You got that hunger. You got that hunger in you. I know you still do. Yeah, I know you got you broke up your nuptials and your impending nuptials with whoever that actress' name was.
He did it all the time.
Yeah, you just like Common Sense right now. My rapper. Rapper Common. You are just like him.
Yeah.
It's okay. I need you to focus back up solely on football. Hey, I need you to be like Tom Brady mentality. Risk it all to play this game. Risk it all.
So is Brady cooked and Russell Wilson cooked?
This guy.
Hey man, I don't feel like he should keep praying for his downfall.
Chris prays for a lot of individuals downfalls. Okay, a lot of individuals downfalls. I mean,
know what he's capable of. All right, I know Aaron Rodgers is capable of more than this. You gonna let a 45-year-old Tom Brady outshine you? You only 38.
He's simping for a win, Devon.
All right, bud, go ahead.
What you got?
Who you got coming to the cookout?
Who coming?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, okay, who I have coming to the cookout, man. Mark Andrews, man. Come on down to the cookout, man. Mark Andrews, man. Mark Andrews. I mean, when you look at tight ends in this league right now, it's Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews. Those are your top two. I mean, stat line for today: 11 targets, 7 receptions, 106 yards, receiving touchdown. I mean, he's gonna get the ball. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to score. I mean, Mark Andrews is who I'm bringing to the cookout, man.
Okay,
definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
And who you kicking to the curb? Who you kicking to the curb?
Man, who I have to kick to the curb for this week, man? Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I have to like when you don't score any points, you scored 0 points. Right. You scored 0 points. I mean, it's just I cannot in good conscience sit up here and say, hey, I need you around. Like I just don't need you around. Last week I would have said the same thing about Juju. It's like something about these Kansas City receivers, man. About the Kansas City receivers. But what really truly saved me this week was the fact that the receiver that I was going up against, he had 0 points too. He had 0 points too. So it's a goose egg on both sides. So that saved me. Right. But if if the guy I was playing against had any semblance of a receiver, I would have been toast. I would have been messed up.
So did he burn to the point you will never draft him again?
I didn't draft him.
Oh, you pulled him out of wire. He was available.
Right. Yes. I didn't draft him. But what I will say is that I will never draft Juju Smith-Schuster again. I will never draft him again.
So the other player that Von's talking about is Dimey Brown.
Oh, so he went for obscure pick.
Yeah, but see, you know what he did? He went for that trade. He went for that pickup bait.
Oh, he pulled one of my moves. I don't.
Yeah, he had 21 points against Tennessee last week. This player.
Yeah.
For the Washington Commanders, and he was like, oh, he's gonna score. You don't ever do that. That's a bad move.
Right.
He was a boom or bust. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And he boomed once, and that's probably gonna be his only boom.
What's crazy?
For like 3 or 4 games.
If he could have got half of the points that he got in that last game, it'd have been a decent pickup. But goose eggs are never good.
Yep, goose eggs are never good. It is what it is.
We always talk about not being prisoner of the moment. We always talk about that, and that's on both sides. That's on good, and that's on bad times as well.
Yep. Yep. You can't do it, man. You can't play off emotion.
That's right.
You always have a game plan, right, Vaughn? You always got to have a game plan. You got to know when to hold players, when to trade them off. Right. You know, when to bench them is like you got to learn the psychology of football, and especially in the fantasy space. And it takes time to do that. It's just like you take your lumps, you take your bruises, you learn from those experiences. Like I said with Clyde, with me,
right?
I've already been burnt by him for a whole season, and I knew what Clyde does. Clyde doesn't do a lot.
No,
he might get you a touchdown or two, but he hasn't done it in the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, no, he's better than some of the alternatives, but really he's serviceable at best.
And that's why everybody was right to sell high on him. And I was like, I need to sell high, and I am so happy I sold high. Yeah. Mike Williams is good.
Yep.
Now Jeff Wilson, I don't know what happened this week, but it's okay. Everybody has their game.
Yeah. I think he got hurt today.
I hope not, because he's one of my few. Well, I got Swift coming back, so Swift's been out.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can get things back running. But anyway, enough about my pain and suffering of fantasy. Let's continue on to our last segment. Favorite games for week 7. Yeah, we're gonna get some sounds on this.
Right.
We got a soundboard for this.
Right.
So first game we're gonna talk about is Steelers versus Dolphins, and our brother Marquis, that's his game of the week. Well, go and tell me why it's the game of the week for you.
I chose it because my man Tua Tagovailoa is returning from his concussion. So if y'all remember last time we saw Tua, he went down pretty bad. Looked like he may have been out for the season or worse.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's cleared, protocol. They say he could have played today, but they took caution to win, so they was played next week against the Steelers. So I'm interested to see what Tua's gonna look like, coming back in this game, how the offense is gonna look as well. And on the flip side, Steelers won a close one today. They're back on the winning side. I think they're 500 now, so they don't have to lose record anymore. And they're kind of on the ascent. But Pickett went down today with a concussion. So that's gonna be interesting to see if he passed protocol in time to play in this game next week. But the way the NFL is going on right now, he's probably not gonna play. So we're gonna see Mitch Trubisky, roll the ball out there again. Which Trubisky actually had a decent game today. But I don't trust Trubisky. So with that being said, in this game, I'm gonna go Dolphins. Even I think if Tua is a shell of himself, I think he's still better than Trubisky. And I think honestly that Miami has more weapons. So with Waddle and Hill, and now they finally kind of competent quarterback to throw it to him. Because Teddy Bridgewater is doing his thing, but I mean, he's not a quarterback QB1, not anymore at least. He kind of lost that. But I think Dolphins Steelers, that's my game of the week, and I'm leaning towards the Dolphins.
Do you think Najee gonna have can keep it up?
Not should keep it up, but it's really gonna depend on. It's kind of really gonna depend on him, how the Steelers slow, because if he can't get the running game going, and if they can't block and get holes for him, then the passing game not gonna go either. So it'll be a rough game for him.
Ooh,
I think Najee can. Najee does his thing, man. He can do it.
Slay just picked it off, boy. Slay just picked it off. Right there.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for Dallas right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's one defense that's gonna hurt.
Devon, what you got, man? Jets Broncos, man.
Yeah, man. I've got the Jets and the Broncos for this week. This is going to be a very interesting game. We've been giving Russell Wilson a hard time. So we'll see. We'll kind of see. The Jets, they are 4-2, but they're also 3-0 on the road. 3-0 on the road. So they will be playing the Broncos on the road. Like I said, that's always a tough environment to play in.
Mile high.
I still think that even though the Jets do have a pretty decent record, I still don't believe that the Broncos are going to lay down. I still think it's going to be a tough game for those guys. It's going to be a tough defense going up against Zach Wilson. So, that's an interesting game you might want to keep your eye on. It may not be nationally televised. It may not, get all the notoriety and the talk, coming up this week, but it's going to be an interesting game. Very interesting game.
Okay.
I can like those points. I like those points.
All right.
And for me, I chose the Chiefs versus the 49ers. So,
respectable.
2 disappointing losses for both of these teams. The 49ers, I thought they were going to wipe the floor with Atlanta, but Atlanta ended up holding off and winning.
Falcons rise up.
I don't know what their Falcon problem is this week. It ain't got no Falcon problem.
No, sir. It ain't the 49ers.
Yeah. 49ers defense, they've been pretty solid. They must have had some pretty good big injuries.
I think just ran up on some dudes today, man. Atlanta's hungry.
They were hungry.
Yeah, and I think 49ers thought they could just roll the ball in there, man. You got to say that 3 hour late, that 3 hour time difference do make a difference, man. From San Francisco to Atlanta.
Yeah,
that make a difference, man. They played an early game, so it was in Atlanta last night, so they went.
Oh, they went at the King of Diamond. They went to Magic City.
Yeah, so
they
got
nobody was got them Lou Williams living. They got the Lou Williams living peppers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So nobody stayed in the hotel last night. So
man, I hope they. I hope they didn't go to Blue Flame. I hope they didn't go to Follies.
No, they went. They did it all.
I hope they didn't go to all of those establishments. Okay, I hope they didn't go to those establishments. Yeah. I hope that, like I said, man, I really hope that they didn't go to those establishments. That's all I was saying.
Hey, let's be real. Atlanta's the strip club capital of the world, basically, except for Vegas or something like that.
Right.
That's what we known for down here. But Chiefs, they're coming out with a very disappointing loss to the Bills. Very close game. It's a respectable loss, but still not a loss you want to take against one of your rivals.
Yeah.
But I think. For me, I think the Chiefs going to pull it out. They're going to lean on their usual safety valve, Travis Kelce. Nobody can stop that man. That man had 4 touchdowns last week. That was ridiculous. I was like, why? It's like, this man is always open. It's like 4 touchdowns. He was the offense. It was just him and nobody else.
Hey, on the flip side now, 49ers got Debo. Debo a cheat code.
Yeah, Debo is a cheat code. And Ayuk showed up this week. So it's like.
Yeah, and I think that game's in San Francisco.
So
so
they'll have to deal with a little bit of a time difference, but I still got the Chiefs coming up on that. I got the Chiefs coming up. I think Mahomes will make a way. I think he'll take this loss and use that fury from losing this week to fuel him up for next week against the 49ers. So that's my game of the week.
You don't think Chiefs can lose back to back? You don't think it's gonna happen?
I don't think so. I think Mahomes is just gonna have to wheel away. I mean, he got some bummy receivers. It sucks.
So would you rather take? Well, I know your answer, but you take Mahomes and his batch receivers, or would you take Garoppolo over his receivers?
I mean,
who has the better? I mean, the better core. I think 49ers do.
But they got Garoppolo. That's the thing.
I know,
and Garoppolo's a mixed bag.
He is, but they can win with Garoppolo. Garoppolo, I mean, they did lose to the 49ers. I need to lose to the Chiefs. in the Super Bowl. So don't forget that.
Yeah.
So it's a little, I ain't gonna say revenge factor, but that's always in the back of the 49ers' minds that, hey, they took a chip away from us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. I'll say that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But I need y'all to do some interesting trades, man. Look, I've been trying to. I got a trade pending right now. I doubt it's gonna work, but you still got to put it out there.
Right.
So I'm trying to pick up Waddle and Drake London right now. I don't think that's gonna happen now. I gotta up I gotta up it up. I need. So I got Melvin Gordon in this league too, and so I would literally trade out Chase. So here's the trade. I want to get Waddle and I want to get London from this dude, and he got them on the bench. So I'm just like, sure. Let me try to see what I can do.
Right.
So I was like, let me give him 3 players. I try to be a little bit generous. So I was going to trade Judy. I was going to trade Chase Edmonds, and I was going to trade Devin Duvernay.
And he said generous with Chase Edmonds.
But this is
just add a 4th player in there too.
But then I was like, hey, if he wants to counter offer, I'll be like, all right, I'll put in Melvin Gordon. He's an RB1.
Okay. And who'll be your RB1?
Oh, I got who do I have in that league? Give me a second.
Yeah.
Give me a second. It's right here. And next week, I'm trying to do this because I need to clear up space anyway, and I just don't want to drop the players, because I got to get a quarterback and a tight end for next week because the Eagles are on bye week. So I got my running backs are Wilson, Aaron Jones, unfortunately, Devin Singletary, James Robinson, Chase Edmonds, Melvin Gordon, and that's it.
Why don't you give him Singletary?
Oof,
he might actually jump on that
one.
I need running backs, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that if Chris were to insert Devin Singletary into that trade, I think that the other guy will be preying on Chris's downfall more than Chris is preying on this guy's downfall. So
but how bad do you need him?
It's not. Look, I'm just going to tell you like this: the Bills are going to be playing deep into the Bills are going to be playing for something, and it's not worth getting off a quality running back.
That's
running. Yeah, you can't let go of a quality running back.
That's true.
That's why I was thinking either I start off with Chase Edmonds, but then I'll work my way up to Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, he ain't gonna want Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, but hey, look.
But you gotta start. You gotta throw it out there first.
Look, you start out with an offer, and then I told him, hey, look, I'm with the counter offer. Right. Let's negotiate.
Until we got a problem, you can always come join the podcast and we can talk about it.
Look, I'm trying to make trades still. Some of them ain't working. I tried to pick up Brian Robinson for Chase Edmonds.
Yeah.
Before he went off this week, the dude didn't give me any response. Then Brian Robinson had his game.
Right. So you definitely not getting that.
I was just trying to pick him up everywhere I could.
Right.
Look, this is where it goes. Man. Look, you got to make some trades. You got to put yourself out there a little bit. I don't think that. Hey, like my dad taught me, the worst thing they can say is no.
Yeah, that's it.
So, hey, as long as I'm putting the offer out there, they can say no, or they can counter offer.
Hey, man. Yeah, what they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly. Yep. All right.